Hey, what's up, good people? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. You're new to the page, take your finger, go ahead, hit the like, subscribe, notification bell, right? Some of you are not getting notifications because you have not hit the notifications. So if you're new, hit the like and subscribe. If you haven't been getting the notifications, go ahead and hit that notification bell. Make sure you check out all the links at the end of the video. Anything I say is not a suggestion to buy, hold, or sell stock or crypto. Make sure you don't fall for any spam, even if they say it's me. Never send money or crypto to anyone. Today, I'm going to be making some buys. I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to be buying. Soon as I finish this and get it up, I'm going to be making some purchases today. I am just now really starting to buy the dips, okay? But what I'm going to tell you is the reason why I'm buying today is we keep having these big sell-offs. And so I was looking for some stock that were kind of beat down, some that are severely beat down, but good plays, okay? Not high speculative. Some of them are, but I just see money to be made in it. Now, we all know what's weighing on the market. What's weighing on the market is this conflict between Russia and the Ukraine. That is having a negative pull on the market, right? It being Friday, a 3-day weekend, meaning the markets will not be open Monday. I think it's President's Day or something like that. So the markets will not be open on Monday, which means that people are scared of this conflict. So they're pulling money out and just being safe for the weekend. And that always causes a sell-off on Fridays. That's why I do my $5 a day purchases on Fridays close to closing bell because of the fear of the weekend. Follow? So now what I'm going to say, the purchases that I'm going to make, though some of these purchases are in my $5 a day $1 million cup of coffee or Larry Jones $5 a day challenge, which I will leave a link here. Some of these stock are also going to be in some of the stock that I'm actually going to buy the dips in. I'm going to continue to purchase, do the Friday purchases in the $5 a day challenge. But I'm going to make some additional purchases. And I'm going to show you a chart and show why. But let's talk about what's happening to your money. Right now, the biggest threat this weekend is this war, this conflict. But the biggest threat overall with your money is actually inflation and rate hikes. That is the biggest long term, okay? I personally see the biggest risk in the stock market over the next 8 weeks. That's what I see. The biggest risk. So the most volatility that we will see for the rest of hopefully this year, I see it in the next eight to 10 weeks. Really, I see it in the next 8 weeks. So it will be very volatile. So that's why I'm making some of these purchases. Follow? And so this is me. This is what I think, right? I think that inflation will flatten by the end of Q3, Q4. And I believe that Q4, we will have a better close of the year than we had a start of the year. All right. So we know that Ukraine has been calling, bluffing. And we know that they sent some, they keep saying, oh, we have no intent of invading. But everything that they're doing is showing intent of invading the Ukraine, right? And so that's the way Russia gets down, all right? So those of us that, follow how they operate, that's what they do, all right? But I'm going to cut against the grain and be unlike everybody. As high as tensions are, as much as the market is selling off, the fire across the line. I know that they're firing across the line, which is kind of a standard thing in war that we're learning. I will tell you that I still doubt that there's going to be a full-on war because of, the other countries and the sanctions that they're going to put on Russia, that they're going to be forced to put on Russia, including the United States. So, yes, we all know that Ukraine can't afford this war, but Russia can't either. And so I just believe that it's Putin doing his flexing, and so whatever point he wants to prove, that's what he wants to prove. And I know the United States show us. I mean, show Russia invading the Ukraine from 3 to 4 different places. They're set up to do that. We know it. But me, Larry Jones, I think that a full-out war may be averted. All right? That's what I think right now. I could be proven wrong. They could be at war by the time I upload this video. But that's what I think. So that's where I'm putting my money where my mouth is. All right? So that's my opener. So that's what I want to talk to you guys about. So let's look at some charts, shall we? So here's what I am going to be purchasing today, right? So I know some of these are falling knives. So I just want to say this is what I am doing. I actually built another portfolio called Buy the Dips. So I have a portfolio. I literally named it Buy the Dips in my Fidelity, right? And so every time we get the stock market that falls 2 days straight or 1 day, like the Dow, the S&P and the NASDAQ and the Russell fall by the amount that they did yesterday or anything close, I am going to buy dips every single time. And if there is days where it falls drastically on a Thursday and a Friday, I'm going to buy those dips. And I'm explaining why now, because if there are some peace talks and this war is off, we're not out of the woods. We still have inflation and interest rate hikes, but I believe we'll have a bounce back if we avert war. Okay, so let's look at it. Right now, as you can see, DraftKings is literally tanking, okay? But it's also a falling knife. The one thing that DraftKings and Palantir have is high cost of acquisition. Palantir, which is another one, and DraftKings have a high cost of acquisition. So they're spending more money than they're taking in. And that's what Netflix had to do. They had to just spend goo gobs, just truckloads of money to buy all of the films, and they had to front end everything. So the company is worth a lot, but they don't have revenue because they're spending more than they're taking in. All right. So that's what's happening with DraftKings and Palantir. The cost of acquisition is great, but if both companies are showing positive future earnings, and it's one of those things that the market is risk off right now, meaning the market is not really buying companies like this that is saying, hey, we're going to be profitable. Just hold on. We're going to be profitable in 5 years. That's the problem that ARK is having. So I am going to lean forward because so many people are selling off. I'm going to be greedy when others are fearful. And I am starting on some of my dip buying. So here's what I'm going to do. DraftKings is actually, as you can see, a buy. If we look back to the 27th, January 27th, actually, here we go. That was the bottom of the market so far this year. So far in the last 9 months, I believe, that was the bottom of the market. So it had a low, but it was definitely the low of this year, right? So here's what I'm betting. I'm betting that we're going to revisit the lows and actually go lower. And so, Larry, what about those of us that are at work? I am going to set some buy orders, all right? Learn how to use your apps if you're new. Learn how to use your broker accounts if you're new. Set a buy order. So what I'm doing is setting a buy order. So right now, DraftKings, I am going to be looking at, I'm going to be setting a buy order at 1745. Okay? 1741 actually. I'm setting a buy order at 1741 on DraftKings. Okay? Palantir, right? Palantir, I'm setting a buy order at 1057 because if it retests, actually it's 1099 right now as we speak, but I'm setting a buy order at 1057, which it actually hit today. It actually went down that low today. But it actually came back a little bit. I'm going to set a buy order there because it just may surpass that, meaning go below that by closing bell. I believe that we're going to sometimes in markets like these, we have quick moves to the upside or the downside. I don't think we're going to have a green finish. I think it'll be red, right? So let's move on. Facebook, which is another falling knife. I am going to purchase some Facebook actually at 194-ish. So about the $194 mark is where I'm going to put a buy order in. I'm going to put $1,000 into each, and I'm going to put a buy order in for Facebook. All right, let's move to PayPal. As you can see, PayPal is another one that's a falling knife. I am going to start purchasing PayPal at $94. So I'm putting a buy in for PayPal at $94, but I'm also purchasing some PayPal right now at this price as soon as I get off of this video, right? I'm also going to purchase some Facebook because it may be a slight bounce back by Monday or it may continue to tank. But I really don't care at this point because I believe that these are undervalued and oversold. So all I'm going to do is wait. All right, let's go back. Let's look at our buddy ChargePoint, right? So I have a buy-in, you guessed it, I put two buy-ins at ChargePoint. I put one at 11, I put one at 13.50. No, I'm sorry, I took that off. ChargePoint, I have a buy-in at 11.21. It's just that easy. I'm looking at the lows. I'm putting my purchase orders in at the lows, and I may do some buying in ChargePoint. If it tanks at the closing bell under $13, I like to get ChargePoint at $12 really. So I got some at $12 and I got some at $11.21. This is what I'm looking at. And what I also already purchased was Solana. Okay. I purchased some Solana at $90, right? That's what I purchased Solana at today. So I purchased some Solana at $90 because, I've seen Solana move from 90 to 200 in like no time flat. So that's why I made that purchase. So let's take a look. I'm purchasing DraftKings at 1741, Palantir at 1057, Facebook. I'm putting a purchase order in at, and I'm going to set it to good until cancel. Make sure you set it to good till cancel, or else it's going to, it's going to expire at closing bell, right? So Facebook, I got some at 194, but I'm also going to purchase some at closing bell at a much smaller amount. But then I'm going to purchase 4 times as much, should I say, put a buy order in 4 times as much, because I think it's going to revisit. I believe Facebook will get down that low. PayPal, the same thing. I'm going to purchase some now. I add a little more to my positions now, but I'm going to set a buy order in at $94. Okay? So, good people, those are the moves that I'm making. Now, this is not based on technicals, but it's based on my fundamentals. What I see going on. You tell me what you think about some of these plays. If you say, hey, you're insane, you're catching this falling knife, I am cutting my money up into about, I'm cutting my money up into about 6 parts. Here's why. Even if it revisits the lows of January 27th, I believe it's going lower than that. I've been pretty consistent. And you say then, well, why would you set it at January 27th lows? Because I could be wrong. It could just hit revisit January 27th lows. So I don't want to miss out on that. We have to learn you cannot time the market. So I'm not trying to get the absolute bottom. That's why I set it back to January 27th lows for these buys. All right. Do I think it's going to ultimately revisit the lows? I personally think it's going to blow past those lows. And so I'm lowering my margins. So that's what I'm doing. Tell me what you're doing. Tell me what you're buying. And remember, this is a 3-day weekend. Monday is a holiday. All right. Also, too, I made a small purchase of Solana because Solana makes big moves over the weekend. If Solana gets down to the $88 range, then I'm going to buy twice as much as I did on the $90 range. So I'm leaving room for it to fall further. All right, good people. And if you don't have brokers to swing trade and do all of that, I suggest that you guys download the Webull link below because I am making trades hours before the market opens and hours after it closes. As a matter of fact, if you live on the East Coast, you can start trading as early as 4 a.m. until 8 p.m. So from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Also check out the Coinbase. Solana is over there. And I hope you guys have a blessed and safe weekend. All right. Don't know if I'll be seeing you this weekend. I may see you once over the weekend, and then we're back in business Tuesday. All right. So that's it, good people. Let me know what you think, and let me know if you're doing any buying. I love you guys. Be safe. And if you have not subscribed, do it right now. And if you have not liked it, I'm so glad. I'm so blessed to have you guys in my life. And I'm working really hard through this bear market to make us as much money as possible. We the family. If you hit the like and if you hit the subscribe button, you're part of the family. We gonna all make money. All right. Love you guys. Live, love, laugh, and learn. What's up, good people?